Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome to a new little game called This War of Mine. It's a game that's not yet released on Steam, but it promises to be out at some point in 2014. Now, what is this game all about? It's about survival. Now, in most military shooters that you get into, you are the super soldier, you have the best weapons, you have tanks, you have jets, you have pretty much everything that you can possibly think of at your disposal. Well, in this one, things are a little bit different. As you can see, you start off with 3 characters, and you are a civilian. What you're trying to do, this city is besieged by war, and you're just trying to survive. Now, whenever you go outside to try and loot and scavenge as much gear as you can for yourself to keep going, everybody's going to try and shoot you because they're trying to survive themselves. Now, you can see the 3 characters. You can alternate between them. You can have one of them sleep, you can have one of them guard, one of them build. You can have all the characters doing separate things at the same time. Now, all your characters will need to be fed and watered, as it were. They need to get food and they need to get drink. They'll be depressed, they'll be sad, they'll be tired, they need to sleep. There's so many things involved into the game. I mean, this is the press release. It's only 12 days initial survival. Once you get to that 12-day stage, that's it. The demo ends, and you get a good taste of what the game is all about. I love the concept. I love the idea of the game. I think if they would have done this maybe in first person, that would have been a lot better, that you can actually go and survive yourself, and you just get that feel of the actual survivor rather than just having you look at everybody like you do now. But overall, I just think it's a good idea, and it promises to bring something new. You know, we've had the survival games. Every kind of one of them has zombies, and you have to survive, and zombies go through walls and all that sort of stuff. But in this one, it's all about making stuff, and you can make pretty much whatever you need here to survive. I mean, at night, you'll see there's a little timer on the left-hand side of the screen. When that thing gets to, I think it's 8 o'clock at night, that's when the night starts. Obviously, it gets dark, and you can go out looting yourself. Now, what do you loot? You loot parts, you loot materials, you loot bandages, meds, food, whatever you need in order for you to keep on making stuff inside your shelter and survive. So you can see here, you can make lockpicks, you can make a shovel, you can make a crowbar. You'll need all sorts of goodies in order for you to survive, because it's going to make your life a lot easier. So you see, there's a bit of wood there, there's some parts, there's all sorts of stuff. Now, you do have workshops. You can see they're at the 2nd floor from the bottom up. Those are your workshop. You can improve your workshops too. Once you've improved your workshops, you can make more things, and you can just craft traps for small animals. You can craft weapons. You can craft barricades. So you can put barricades, because you will get raided at night too. People will try to raid your camp too. So whatever you get in, and food and drink and stuff like that, it's kind of hard to get. I mean, I wouldn't say drink is the hardest, because you can melt snow. Sometimes you start off in the winter and you have to survive, and you have to worry about fire, and you have to worry about wood all the time to keep everything going inside your ruined camp, what this is. Now, you can have a winter start, or I think a spring start. For me, I think it's winter because it's snowing outside. You can see there's at the bottom floor, there's a 4 there. That's the wood burning, so I've got 4 wood in there burning. That's going to burn for quite a while. There's just no initial timer or anything like that. You just keep on adding to it, and you'll keep going. I mean, I've slept through the night and the fire was still burning, so I think that's not something that will only burn for an hour or something like that. But overall, you need to do as much as you can to survive. You can only go out at night and scavenge. There's dozens of camps outside that you can go and scavenge. One of the best things to do early on is take the character with the biggest backpack. Now, each of your characters will have a backpack capacity. Now, my biggest one, I think it's 12 or 15 or something like that. It just depends on who we really get as a character. I did try a couple of times. You can surrender. If you think that you're not going to make it, you can just surrender and you'll start the game all over again. The biggest backpack I had was about 17, so that makes sense that you take the biggest guy with the biggest backpack, because you can just hold back more loot towards your camp. Now, once you do that, you can cycle through whatever you want and what you don't want, so you have to kind of pay attention to what do I really want to build on this trip, because you can only go out one time at night. Once you get back, that's it, the night's done. You'll have to wait till the next day till the next night in order for you to go out. Now, obviously, that's going to be pretty easy because you can just end the day simple like that. But you can revisit the same camp if you choose to. So you can just make a lot of trips there, but doing so is going to cost you food, is going to cost you water, is going to cost you all sorts of things. So you always have to think about, what do I really need out of that camp? Do I really need the materials? Do I need the food? Do I need the drink? Do I need just medicine? Because you are going to get sick even for not doing anything. You're going to have people that get sick. There's going to be actually slightly sick, then it's going to be seriously sick, then mortally wounded, then terminally ill and stuff like that. And those are the things that you will need to prioritize if you want to save him or actually get him doing most of the work and just eventually let him die. So you can see there's just 4 of them that I've unlocked for now. These are the things that I can go and loot, so we can see what's inside them: some food, some huge amounts of materials, some meds, some parts. And that's how you prepare, and that's how you go for whatever you think you need to survive longer. So if I go ahead and skip that a little bit and we'll go to somewhere to like night number 4, you can see there's some people in there. Now, as I mentioned earlier, people are not really friendly. Some of them will want to trade. They'll not shoot you on sight or anything like that, but mostly they'll be looking for things kind of hard to get, such as bandages, such as medicine. They're not the easiest things to get, and some of them, well, I'd say most of them, would have some sort of gun, so you can try and sneak around them and try and do your business, try and loot up, because what I'm doing now, it's pretty much what happens to your camp at night, but it's done by the AI. So you can build barricades, you can build traps, you can have all sorts of things in order for you to not get raided at night. You can look through the little door there and you just keep on going. Apparently that door is locked. Now I can't get through that. Now the only choice I really have is either to go up there, wait for them to move around. I do have till, I don't know, like 6 o'clock in the morning or something till it gets daylight. So I do have plenty of time for me to spend up here and wait for these guys to move around. You don't really have to kill them. You can go into a melee fight with them if you like. You just start fighting, but the best thing is for you just to wait, see what they do, try and move around, try not to sprint. Sprinting is right click. If you press the left click, it will just sneak around. So that's kind of what the game is all about. It's just about survival. It's just about keeping you alive as much as you can, going back to your camp with the right materials, building as much as you can. You can have a moonshine maker, you can make alcohol, you can make beds, you can make armchairs, you can make weapons, you can make helmets, vests. You could do anything really in the game. I mean, I haven't really unlocked everything because it gets to that 12 days and your demo sort of ends because it's only a press release now, but I would expect in the final game, once you get to day 15, get day 20, you're probably going to have everything in the camp that you need. There's going to be so many things that you can still craft and improve, and you can always improve a thing like 2-3 times. For example, the metal workshop, once you improve it, then it's going to make guns. Once you improve it again, it's going to make shells, and you can reuse shells and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of thought been put into it. One of the funny things that I found about the game is when I went to look at some footage that I recorded earlier on just to see if it's recorded okay and the frames are good and all that sort of stuff. It's called Kosovo Standalone PC. So you never know, this might be the war in Kosovo. For those of you that are a little bit young and you don't know what happened in the war of Kosovo, then just look it up on the internet. It's not that long since it's happened. But I think this might be the scenario what they're trying to well, sort of give to you, that you are in war, you are going to have to try and look after yourself. So you can see I've tried to be hiding there from these guys. I think I've been sort of spotted and it's not looking good. I'm trying to loot here as quickly as I can, just grabbing all I can. I'm going to take all the food because that's going to be the most important thing. And look, he's already attacking me. Luckily I have a shovel and I'm just going to start taking him down. He's punching me to death, and he can kill you, and he will kill you. If you don't run fast enough, if you don't hide fast enough, they will shoot you and they will kill you, and you will lose one guy inside your camp. Losing a guy inside your camp, obviously it could be a good thing and it could be a bad thing. If the guy was sick, if the guy was sort of dead weight, if you see what I mean, then that's a good thing because you don't have to waste your resources on him. But losing somebody with a big backpack and losing the stuff that he had when he went scavenging, it's going to be difficult for you. He's going to play the game a little bit difficult. So you can see I'm going to go ahead and see what he's got. I mean, I shouldn't have killed him if I could. I should have just left him be, but that's one of the things that's going to affect you later on in the game. You know, have I killed people? Am I really turning into this evil person that I'm having to kill somebody in order for me to survive? And once you leave that character in the camp at night, he could decide to leave the camp. Yes, because he's depressed or he's sad because he murdered somebody. So it's a pretty cool idea. I'm loving the idea of the game. Looking forward to definitely seeing a lot more. You can see the stuff that you can make. Traps for animals, herbal gardens. You can make quite a good amount of stuff to keep you going. And there's also the people come to your door. Sometimes they'll want to join you. Sometimes they just want to trade with you. It's a lot of stuff going into the game. And I think my neighbor started doing some drilling or something. Hey man, I'm recording, bruv. He don't want to listen. That being said, when it comes down to your food, you don't always have to eat raw food. You'll not get sick or anything like that, but you can cook it. You can make it into a bowl of soup. And you can have cooked food. That's going to be more nourishing. It's going to give you just better odds of surviving altogether. And it's going to be more filling rather than just having a turnip or something. So if you're mildly interested in the game, let me know by posting a comment, giving it a thumbs up, because there is a copy of the game to be given out in the game. I'm going to give this a couple of days, and then I'll just go to the comments and I'll choose somebody. Now, please be advised that a lot of people have the YouTube messages friend only turned off thing, so best off to follow me on Twitter, because I'll post on Twitter who the winner is. If I can't message you on YouTube, which I've done plenty of times in the past, I could not message you and you didn't follow me on Twitter, or I didn't know your account or anything like that, and there was no way to get in touch, I'm just going to give the game to somebody else. So if you follow me on Twitter, or if you don't have a Twitter account, you have Facebook, then give that a like and you can't go wrong with that. That's it for me for today. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I will see you guys in the next one. Out.